everywhere. Now up to the sun, let's come together as one. They say united we stand, divided we fall. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. Voila, you forget it. You from Lower Country, you from Maryland. Voila, you from Rewa Cess. I'm a bad way on your river. I'm up on the fine way. Tabila, Kriwako. I love Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I love Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I was raised in the slum, but I chilled with my guns. Kept it on the low, but we fought for the bones. True son of the sun, I'm a prince in my own. Never gonna lie, me, I love LIB. Even though it's far, when we show them we can face it. It's not a prophecy, I know that we can rise again. Holding my hand, I holding your own. United we stand, divided we fall. So that's what they say when I come with ball. When I chillin' on that side, and I get no bro. I got L to the O to the V and the E. If we fighting together, we can conquer this team. From the east to the west, then waving the flag from the north to the side. You're not joining the team. You go where you pella, you love my crown. Who kill it? Who got it?
I love Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Mama was born, yeah. Papa was born, yeah. They hold us together, the honey boy, yeah. Nabali kena koya bake na papa bo. Nabali kena koya bake na papa bo. Nabali kola bo na papa bo. Nabali kola bo na papa bo. La biro waka poma o.
And of course, I love Liberia.
Mama was born,
and of course, Papa was born here.
They hold us together.
Of course, this is it.
Nobody
cannot dispute that. Mama was born here, Papa was born here. This is how I'd like to welcome you to Open Conversation on ELBC Radio and online. All of you joining us this evening, I'd like to say welcome to it. This is your program. On this program, we discuss trending political issues. I need not tell you, we're going to elections in this country. That's the biggest thing on everyone's mind. We have to exercise our political franchise. And wherever you are, whatever county you come from, it's your right as long as you have reached the voting age. That is 18 years of age. It's incumbent upon you to, that is if you have registered to vote. Come October 10th, you will have an opportunity to vote. And so this is Open Conversation. On this platform, we discuss, politics, what's happening in our country, the trending issues, and then we always have a special studio guest. And so this evening, too bad, my colleague is not with me. He is under the weather. Hopefully tomorrow he will be here. So I beg your pardon. I hope that I can, sail with you safely throughout these 1 hour, 58 minutes. Welcome to Open Conversation. My prime guest this evening, before we go to what's trending in Liberia, from our end, my special studio guest this evening is Unity Party's District Number 5 representative candidate. She is none other but Madam Priscilla Cooper. She will be my guest this evening on Open Conversation. Well, so you know what we always do. We talk about what's trending for the next 28, 27 minutes. We will be talking about that. I'd like to start up with Grand Cape Mount County. Something happened in Grand Cape Mount County today with the senator of Grand Cape Mount, Senator Van Sherman. And, in Grand Cape Mount County, the sea is raging hell. And a lot of people have been displaced as a result of that. They've lost their homes. And those people, some of those people are sheltering now in the what is the name of it? Let me see what I get. Yeah, that's it. Robert Sports City Hall. That's where majority of the victims who don't have a place, who have lost their homes, now are sheltering. And so I don't know whether the senator did not know that these people are sheltering over there, because he had a planned program this morning at the Robert Sports City Hall. And too bad for the senator this morning. The sea erosion victims denied him entry. He made an attempt to speak with the people. They gave him audience to speak with them. If you're watching us via the social media, you will see the pictures. He took the megaphone and he tried to tell the people, because I'm sure the people were not happy that they haven't heard from him as a senator of the county since that thing happened to them. And so he tried to kind of tell them what interventions he has made as a senator as it relates to their situation. And so he told the people today, he took the megaphone, his supporters were behind him, and then the sea erosion victims were saying, they were chanting slogans and saying, Mr. Senator, you're not going to enter this building today. So he wanted to hear from them. And then he said to them that, well, I just like to tell you this morning that I, as a senator, tried to intervene. I sent a message to the superintendent of the county. I also sent a message to the chairperson of the county's council. I also sent a message to the National Disaster Relief Agency. And if you guys think I am lying, I told them in the message I sent to them that they should use funding from the county social development fund, the county development fund, so that they can help you guys. And so when he said that, his following comments were that, if you think I'm lying to you, I've got the text messages in my phone. These three persons, these three, officials of the county, and the guy who the head of the National Disaster Relief Agency, also, who I sent a text message to. I want to show proof that I send these messages to these people. And so the people were waiting for Senator Sherman to show them the messages. And Senator Sherman took almost 20 minutes standing there and looking for the text messages in his phone that he did not find. He was there looking for the text messages and the phone and the people. If you're watching, you will see on the screen there, Senator Vani Shemmer is looking for the text messages in his phone, and he couldn't find the text messages. He took another phone because he had two phones, and then he didn't find the text message in the phone. What are we talking about here? For me, the senator did not have to go to that length to kind of want to convince the people when he was not even sure that he had the text messages. Nobody knows what happened to those text messages, whether or not what he was saying was true. He tried to prove himself right, but that did not happen. In the end, Senator Sherman was not allowed to enter that building. He and his supporters had to find somewhere else to go and do their program. That, for me, wasn't called for. Your people in your county have a problem. They were, they were affected by sea erosion. You didn't play your part. How come you didn't even know that these people were residing over there and you wanted to have a program there? And the audience he got from the people didn't show any better, any true representation of a senator in the county. And I think, I hope Senator Sherman learned his lesson today, and any other leader who followed what happened in Grand Cape Mount County today relative to the sea erosion victims and Senator Vani Sherman. It was just a sad story. The senator was just standing there looking in his phone forever. He couldn't find text messages he claimed he had sent to people. That was not something that the people wanted at that time. The woman, the spokesperson of those people, said, we don't care about all of this. What we want, we don't even want food, but we want, we lost our homes, we want to be relocated, we want materials that will, help us be rebuild our homes, instead of, a senator coming to us and tell us that he sent text messages to people that he couldn't find in his phone. That was a manners for the senator today in Grand Cape Mount County. So tomorrow Robin will sing this whole city. We all know that the CDC, the Coalition for Democratic Change, according to the spokesperson of the CDC, the coalition now got a collaboration of 9 political parties, and that is one reason why they believe that they are going to win these elections on the first ballot. And so tomorrow, CDC has mobilized, and it seems as though everyone who lives around Central Town who is not a seditious will have to stay home and do whatever they have to do at home. If you have not, according to the seditious, or if you have not gotten what you need to get at your home, it's your job to go and get it now. And I'm sure a lot of people were out there today who have businesses in Central Monrovia getting what they want to get, because CDC, according to them, they're going to lock down Monrovia tomorrow. It is reported that they are launching their campaign. Official launch of the CDC campaign is taking place tomorrow in Central Monrovia at the Antoinette Tutman Stadium. But also today, what happened is that the Secretary General of the Coalition for Democratic Change, Jefferson Koji, is in Nimba County, and there was an endorsement program. Permanent Sons of Nimba County endorsed President Weah today. And they endorsed the re-election bid of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia. And ahead of that, we saw at that program today a supporter of Joseph Yuma Boaka, the former chair of the, they call this group Movement to Support Joseph Boaka. The chair of that group is one of those persons who endorsed the president's re-election bid. We also saw that chairpersons of the CPP in Nimba, Grand Crew, and Sino also were at that program today. And one of the reasons why, according to them, they endorsed the president's second term bid is as a result of the clip they listened to from Senator Prince Johnson, coupled with the massive developments happening across the country. A representative candidate or 2 representative candidates in district.
The fairness cannot go hungry. Yes. We have 2 of our citizens in this county that we are giving all the privileges to. We voted for Senator Koo as representative. We voted for Senator Koo as representative. And we voted for him as senator. We voted for Senator Johnson as senator. And we voted for him as senator. The records are there. 2014, I made an opening remarks on his campaign on General PSC campus. In recent memory, all of you know the role of
Barrier. One of them said that, look, I am endorsing the candidacy of President Weah in district number 8 as a representative candidate, because in this district we never had a high school. That was made possible by the Weah-led government. We never had electricity. That is happening now.
The fairness cannot go hungry. Yes. We have 2 of our citizens in this county that we are giving all the privileges to. We voted for Senator.
I shouldn't support His Excellency. We heard that a representative candidate from district number 6 in Nimba County was also a part of that. A representative candidate of district number 2 was also a part of that. But what I want to play from all of those endorsements today is the voice of the former chairman, a former superintendent of Nimba County, Von Zwagle. He also endorsed the president's re-election bid. And I want to play what he said today during that program, excerpts from what he says. And Von Zwagle is a former campaign manager for the Unity Party. He was the deputy campaign manager for the Unity Party in Nimba County during the 2017 elections. But I like to play what he said.
The Venezuelans cannot go hungry. Yes. We have two of our citizens in this county that we are giving all the privileges to. We voted for Senator Koo as representative. We voted for Senator Koo as representative. And we voted for him as senator. We voted for Senator Johnson as senator. And we voted for him as senator. The records are there. 2014, I made the opening remarks for his campaign on JWPSC campus. In recent memory, all of you know the role I played in Senator Koo's elections. So I'm coming to President Weah, giving out privileged position and access I have to these our citizens. All of you know the records are there. I was a deputy national campaign manager for Unity Party 2017. I am also giving out a privileged position. I'm giving out these privileged positions for Nimba County. The records are there. I've always stood up for the right thing. We are not ungrateful people. We are not poor men and tricksters. President Weah has given these two individuals everything a normal human being can do for a good friend. And they are proving that Nimba is ungrateful. We must stop them from breaking their skin so that the people of Nigeria know that we are not ungrateful people. And so these two individuals, Senator Prince Johnson and Senator Jeremiah Koo, present eminent danger to Nimba taking its rightful place in Liberia's border politics and governance. And that is why I'm endorsing President Weah's re-election, and we will do that election in one round. Now, let me just so the Venezuelans cannot go hungry. We have two of our citizens in this county that we are giving all the privileges to. We voted for Senator Koo as representative. We voted for Senator Koo as representative. And we voted for him as senator. We voted for Senator Johnson as senator. And we voted for him as senator. The records are there. 2014, I made the opening remarks for his campaign on JWPSC campus. In recent memory, all of you know the role I played in Senator Koo's elections. So I'm coming to President Weah, giving out privileged position and access I have to these our citizens. All of you know the records are there. I was a deputy national campaign manager for Unity Party 2017. I am also giving out a privileged position. I'm giving out these privileged positions for Nimba County. The records are there. I've always stood up for the right thing. We are not ungrateful people. We are not poor men and tricksters. President Weah has given these two individuals everything a normal human being can do for a good friend. And they are proving that Nimba is ungrateful. We must stop them from breaking their skin so that the people of Nigeria know that we are not ungrateful people. And so these two individuals, Senator Prince Johnson and Senator Jeremiah Koo, present eminent danger to Nimba taking its rightful place in Liberia's border politics and governance. And that is why I'm endorsing President Weah's re-election, and we will do that election in one round. Now, let me just we will do that election in one round. Now, let me
Von Zwagle, he is the former chairman of the ANC Nimba and former deputy campaign manager of the Unity Party there today, endorsing the second term bid of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia. I got two things from there. It says that President Weah has given Senator Kuhn and Senator Prince Johnson, those two individuals, everything a normal human being can give any individual. It tells you to what length His Excellency has gone just for Senator Prince Johnson and the the two senators of Nimba County. But today, the people of Nimba County, according to Von Zwagle, Zwagle is saying that he is giving out, privileged positions because the positions he holds or he held, being in relationship with Prince Johnson and Senator Jeremiah Cohn, and running campaign for the Unity Party, running campaign for the ANC in that county. He has given out all of that. And the reason why he says he has done that is because Senator Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Cohn are imminent, in his words, they serve as imminent danger to Nimba County taking its rightful place in the body politics of Liberia. And he says so because these two individuals are people who His Excellency has gone all out for. And the only thing he has done, or they have done to President Weah, is to stab him in the back, in his words. We're not playing all of the excerpts, but those are some of the things he was talking about. And he talked about what the Nimba County people are gaining now as a result of the presidency of His Excellency. And the people of Nimba County will not sit there and allow Senator Prince Johnson and Senator Cohn, make them to lose their rightful place in the body politics of our country. If your county is getting development because of your connection to the presidency, because of the respect the presidency has for you, and you have decided to choose yourself over the people of your county, and the people now are saying, no, we're not going to agree to that because we don't want to be bankrolled. We do not want to have this person who seeks his own interest at the detriment of the people of Nimba County. And so today, the people of Nimba County, the permanent sons of Nimba County, endorsed the re-election bid of His Excellency. I'm sure, Senator Johnson is not going to be happy about what he is hearing from Nimba County today, what has been happening in Nimba County today, because there were so many people at that program, and each of them spoke and talked about reasons why they were endorsing the second term debate of His Excellency. They talked about development. They talked about how Nimba has, improved over the years, and they don't want to be ungrateful to His Excellency. They don't want those developments to stop halfway because they are not even sure. And one thing that is also pushing them is this, a revelation from Senator Johnson, because it just places them in a place where, they are stuck. They're not sure what the Unity Party folks who support Ambassador Joseph Boakai, what intention they're going to have for them. What intention they're going to have for them because of what Senator Prince Johnson has said. But more to that, they are talking about developments that are underway in Nimba County and what His Excellency has done for the people of Nimba County, including Senator Johnson and Senator Jeremiah Cohn. So in this life, we all know as human beings. I was reading a post today, on Facebook. Somebody put a post on Facebook, this person I'm friends with, and the person says on Facebook that, I support the re-election bid of His Excellency, the President of Liberia. And somebody went under that post and says, how can a person like you of all people, I'm disappointed in you, that you will support a government that, has refused to employ educated people. And I was like, wow. And this is somebody who I really know and have a lot of respect for. And so I was just thinking, I asked the person, I said, how will you consider everybody who works, in the Weah-led government as, uneducated people? Because you don't have an opportunity to serve in the government, so you render everybody who serves in the government as uneducated. Okay, so you support the Unity Party and you say Unity Party people are educated, but then put the power together now. What happened, 18 years ago, because they had 12 years ruling this country. Is that what you call, a true representative of educated people? Is Liberia where you expected, or did they leave Liberia where you expected it to be? And you just look down on everybody who's in another party as uneducated people. And that is where I think the Unity Party folks are missing it, because you render everybody who follow another party as uneducated people. And the grassroots gravitate towards, the people who you assume are not educated, because they see themselves in those people. They see President Weah as somebody who comes from the slums, and they see themselves in him, that they can come from the slum and also rise. They can also be presidents of this country. And coming from the slum doesn't determine who they become in future. And so they always gravitate towards His Excellency. And you still don't see it that way. To kind of bring yourself down, get off your high horse and see everybody as one. You only think that people, should come and vote for you, put you in power. And then, because Ambassador Bwaka said it yesterday at his rally in District number 10, that the people in the diaspora, he's going to give them an opportunity. People who are already opportune, you're telling the Liberian people that they should vote for you. But after they should have voted for you, you're bringing diaspora Liberians who already have opportunities to come and sit over them. Because you've said that. You're already on record for saying to the Liberian people that you, Ambassador Bwaka, are going to cut the government down. You're going to cut down civil servants. You believe that there are so many, so you're going to cut them down. You haven't stopped there. You've said that, you're going to bring diaspora Liberians. Why do you think that people who reside in Liberia are not capable of running this country? And this is the difference between, President Weah and all of those who are running to be president, especially the main opposition party. You believe that people who President Weah has given an opportunity to serve do not deserve it. But these are the same people you are asking to make you president. How comical is that? Why don't you make the Liberian people feel part of the society? You haven't, gotten the seat yet, the highest seat in the land. And all you're thinking about is bringing people from the diaspora to be part of, to be, to run the government. You're also thinking about cutting down, civil servants. Today, Ambassador Bwaka was in District number 7 before going to District number 16. I didn't follow what happened in District number 16, but in District number 7, he just took a ride through West Point from the beginning to the end. And when he was almost approaching the end, he was asked to get down because the people didn't want somebody. They wanted to see him. They wanted to interface with him, because they see that the other political party leaders are outside. They are interfacing with the people. If you have your partisans walking through West Point, they will expect that the standard bearer will also walk and greet the people. But Ambassador Bwaka was in a car. At a certain point in time, the citizens his supporters were like, you need to get down. We need to see him. We need to see you. You need to get down. And so they made a decision for him to get down from the car. But he got down from the car and just walked at least 2 to 3 minutes, and he was placed back in the car, and the car turned around and they went straight to District number 16. I didn't follow what happened in District 16 because he didn't speak in District number 7. And so that is it for what's trending today. From our end, we're going to open up the lines for you to make your imports, and then we see whether we can get our guests in this evening. The numbers to call are 0880-514-096, and you will be live on Open Conversation, and you can weigh in on any of our talking points.
Hello?
Good evening. Good.
Okay. Thank you. I'm James Pratt calling from Tinkoff.
Let's hear you, James.
Okay, so thank you for the show, and I want to always commend you for your brilliant presentation as usual. So, in the issue of Bwaka, these are the section we usually talk about when we talk about it. They say, oh, the men are they brand us as uneducated. This is all sort of stuff. Hello? Hello?
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, okay. So we man them. You know, to me, Waka and folks, they are failure and they will not succeed. But if you have evil man for the people, trust me, you will succeed. If you have an unreasonable malice for somebody, which you have for the president, trust me, you will succeed. So we not to care about they are fake.
Okay.
Unsupported attitude. So we focus and we know that come up me, we're going to emerge out the window.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Titi, and let me say good evening to the peace-loving people of Liberia. This is E. Armstrong Bapu, chairman of We Are One Round Victory.
Let's hear you, Armstrong.
Titi, thank you for the program this evening, and I listened to the clip. Titi, I think we've been seeing this person will get a one-round victory. People doubt it. They are sitting in Monrovia. We are in the various bridges, telling our people when they get the lies on the radio, they go there and debunk all the lies. But today, I just want to take this time. Let me talk to the young people of the Mother Coalition for Democratic Change. Tomorrow, there will be so many provocations. We are asking them to follow their leader at the APS, remain peaceful, and have our day in success. That by the grace of God, October 10th, to go to the pool in the morning and re-elect our president. That will remain peaceful. We are doing it for Liberia. We're not doing it for ourselves, because tomorrow society will ask us what was our contribution to society. Because yesterday we listened to our people, they say, oh, the time we was a white beer with car. Today we're not washing beer with car, but we are imparting knowledge. Thank you very much.
Thank you also for being a part of the program. Let's hear you. Good evening.
Good evening, Titi.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you, Titi. Let me say my
Bobby?
Yeah, Titi, Bobby.
Okay, let's hear you. My good friend Bobby. Let's hear you.
We always be good friends. Let me wish and Washington speedy recovery. I wish him well. This is Bobby, a woman from District 6 as the governor. Look, Titi, we see the issue in this country. We will not listen to people or to somebody who will tell them mere propaganda.
Where you go, mere propaganda? What is the mere propaganda? I want you to just talk. Ask the question, my answer, my man.
I know your superintendent, whosoever, I know that in Nima country, this is mere propaganda.
My superintendent, this is somebody who was your deputy campaign chair in 2017. He's not mine.
Prince Joseph is a mere propaganda.
Okay. What happened? Okay, let's talk about what happened in West Point today. What happened there? What happened in West Point today, Bobby? I like your courage to even call.
In the small community of West Point. Even the small community of Yucatan.
And let's stick with. I didn't follow what happened in Yucatan, but I saw what happened in West Point. I saw the Unity Party folks come from your headquarters and walk you to the end of West Point and walked back. What else happened? You get your face. They came out where? You didn't see the West Point people who were also Jerry at your stand-up era? You didn't see them?
There were nowhere.
They were Jerry at him because you people were singing Kush and they were saying, we want Kush, we want Kush. You didn't see that, right?
They were chanting, even cry. They said, oh, we want you.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, that Ambassador Waka brought Ambassador Weir to them. Bobby, thank you, man. Thank you. Good evening. Okay, that person is off the line. Call us on 0880-514-096. Good evening.
Hello?
Good evening. Good evening, dear. Is that your voice already, host? You go out here, you host?
Oh, I was so only I will say to you, to tell you also, I'll call you on the air, who's that calling you don't want to ourselves of a sort of and we be back to the town of registration with the what we do, and now we're on the street looking for teachers for our people, get the show a lot to request them tomorrow. And if I think that, you the parents, and the candidate that would give it to ask about them for the past 12 years or that she come on and show you how we got to put for now. She said the most educated people, they're running around with people that do my the president stand for KRS. And people have read it because the current judge the president did not stand on near the foreign minister. So come out with the same party.
Thank you also for being a part of the program. Let's take this person. Good evening. Good. Let's hear you.
Thank you. But yes, sister, when I was coming home, my grandfather told me a wise man changes. The only fool can make mistake and remain the same point, or fall down in the hole and leave in the hole. But wise man, when he fall down, he wake up, he try to wake up. What I simply trying to say is an opportunity for me to now speak to my president, Judge Manobuda. Good evening, Mr. President. All is not well with your people. Things is not going far. We thank you for the development that is taking place in the country. But in all, your fact, not going to speak because to understand that they will not be spectators to the economy. So now you're citizens are far from the.
Are you a spectator?
Sure, I'm a spectator.
What makes you a spectator?
Because my hand is tired. No job
What
to do.
tie your hand? What do you mean when you say no job to do? What job do you do?
I'm a driver.
You're a driver and you say no job to do?
No company to find a way out is not easy. Our mothers.
So you can only drive for a company before you make a living?
Excuse me, let me make my point.
Nope. I will ask you questions and you have to answer. You can only drive for a company before you make a living?
I don't need to drive for a company before I make my living.
And so then what is the point then?
I'm not speaking directly to myself. I'm speaking national level.
No. You can't talk for everybody. Speak for yourself. You speak for yourself. You say your hands are tied. You don't have a job. What job do you do? You say I'm a driver.
You say our hands are tied.
Don't speak for me. My hands are not tied. Speak for yourself. Don't speak for me. I'm a Liberian also. So speak for yourself. Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't need to work for a company to drive to make a living. So why aren't you, why don't you have a job?
Because there's no company in the country.
You just told me that you don't need to work for a company before you have a job. Then you say there is no company in the country. That's the unfairness. You thank the president for, the development, but you also want the president to come and pick your hand and go and find job for you. And it's unfair. There's so many people hustling out there to make a living. You're sitting down and you say, somebody should come and hold your hand and give you a car to drive. Hello?
Thank you. You have made a point. My president made me to understand. Just now we are making me to understand doing another speech.
You will not be spectator.
Economy.
I agree now.
But not our women, our mothers.
No. My man. It's not going to help you. The fact of the matter is you can do something and make a living. You have refused to do that. Don't blame it on anybody. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Matthew, how you doing?
I'm good.
Some of these guys, when they come on the radio, they are kind of lazy kind of person. They want to stay down in a home, that job go to them, they will not get on the street or go somewhere to go and hustle. You are a driver. You want to mean that one of the easiest jobs, if I get in the city as a driver, you see? But he I don't know, he wants to to a horse that somebody can go for and say, can let's do job on the side. And then let's say argument they own, they carry on. And if I say something with the unity party, people say, the librarian are resolved. That thing can go in my stomach there to say, I should really do something to someone there. What do you mean by librarian will resolve? Yeah? Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for being a part of the program. Let's hear this person.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Yes, hello, Titi.
Good evening.
Exactly. Okay, I'm speaking to you from
You're really coming in broken, sir. You have to change your location, please.
Okay, let me change it a little bit. Okay, you getting me now?
Yeah, not too good, but I think we can try with this. Let's hear you.
Okay, Mama. I mean, we accept, I mean, with these people for 12 years. 12 years of international community coming in with so much of dollars that they put into this country. And these people fail us. Should we continue to have these people? And a bunch of them are trying to come in because they feel that the time they have power, they do not make use of whatsoever they have. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
So today, with all that the president is trying to do for us, why should we continue trying to fill ourselves? Because they want to come back and be money or mongrels or gobblers around here. I mean, we can't say that they allow this particular country to be sold back to them. We are going to vote George whether we are in again for the second term, 12 years.
Thank you, sir, for being a part of the program. You couldn't have said it any better.
Thank you, Titi.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, my Titi, this is from Mulin. We are talking traffic long. I don't know, man. I network.
That you say you get a job?
Yes,
my man, I can't help you. Go and look for job to do. Yeah, go and look for job to do. The president in your hello. I'm not discussing your job here.
I'm not discussing my job.
Yes.
I'm talking about the president on local speech.
What? That's not my topic of discussion, sir. That's not my topic. That's not the topic on a discussion. I'm not discussing the president's inaugural speech. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. I'm not discussing that. I'm sorry.
Well.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing? It's a pleasure.
I'm good.
Trying to scrabble and get on the line.
It's good you're on.
Hello.
Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. My name is Douglas A. Williams, and thank you for your exclusive discussion. But one thing that baffles me here that you mentioned is the issue of JMB in that of the West Point belt, where he went, according to you, he was requested by Finn to alert his egos, as others do. What makes me to get a little bit confused in that manner. What does that has to do with who has a set of objective, or who has a transformation mind for people who want him to alert his ego? What does it alert me have to do with what he has to do?
Why did he go there? Why did he go there?
That's what I want. That's one point I want to say.
No, I want to ask you, why did he go there? Then I'll answer your question. Why did he go there?
The first thing is, we have to understand the essence of...
I don't want to understand. I ask you a question, sir. Why did Ambassador Barker go to West Point? You asked the question, what's the essence of somebody who has a transformational mind, to develop the country? What's the essence of him being asked to, disembark his vehicle? I'm asking you the question, why did he go to West Point?
Hello, Madam Gibro.
Hello, sir.
It is true that you run the forum, but I don't think gives you, 100% privilege, to delve into someone's discussions when it comes to what you really want to say.
Trust me, it gives me 101%. Not even 100, but 101. Let's go to the point. Please go to the point. You asked me a question. And the reason why it has everything, since you want me to answer your question, you don't want to answer my question. Let me answer your question for you. You say Ambassador Boakai has everything it takes to be to lead this country. Great. That's your opinion. But what it has to do with people who he has gone to talk to vote for him is to tell it has everything to do with him relating to the people. He cannot be in the car, be driven, and then the people don't see him because he has a message for the people, and that message is what they needed to hear from him. That's why they asked. And you ask me what it has to do with that? That the message is supposed to give to them. That's what it has to do with that.
I think I got your point. The matter of fact here is expressions of views are done in so many manners, and you don't have to confront someone to only open door if it's only possible and best means to push views of.
So why did he get down then? If what you're saying is anything to go by, why did he disembark the vehicle?
Let's understand it in this manner.
I ask you a question for me. Why did he disembark the vehicle?
Let's understand it now. I think I gave you the forum. You answer the question.
You gave me forum. I'm giving you the forum, sir.
Yeah, well, let me come from another background.
No, you don't have all the time in the world. You have under 30 seconds to land, sir.
Yeah, okay, then let me make use of my 30 seconds. Communications from the speaker and that of audience can be done in a couple of ways, like I said. It doesn't really have to come on. You have to be physically seen, by the people before you get to know that.
So why did he go there if he doesn't have to be physically seen? I mean, don't waste my time, please, you don't have anything to say. If you don't have to be physically seen, why did you go there? Don't waste my time, man. You don't have to be physically seen. Why did he go there then?
You see, since the guys have no acumen. They have no acumen. The first thing that the other man said, he have no means of getting job. Yes, he was. He will not get a job because in Liberia, we only prioritize two things: class and what? Security men. But even all the vocational schools that around here, even to be a good mechanic, we don't have it here. To even operate a heavy duty moving horse, we don't even pay attention to the only thing want to be security and mayor, But to the issue, he forgetting to know that the party that he pushing for the SAN 68 concession agreement that will book us. So because of the concession agreement today, we cannot get a company here to come and operate. They are forgetting about all those things. They should not wait.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, City.
Thank you. Let's hear you. This person is off the line. I think I need to take a break. Let me talk to this person and I'll take a break. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Monty.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, hello, Monty. How you doing?
I'm good.
First of all, hear you, man.
What?
This country, the best way that we can achieve in the country is to appreciate the God that has given all George Manuel here. The reason is we will not appreciate him now until maybe the second term is over. Because what he did for the very short time is more than even 50 years work. If I can give you a classical example, the Laos International Highway that the previous Bwaka heavy government received millions of dollars for, and the bill of farm market rule, this government.
Well, you are off the line. Let's take a shot.
From the east to the west, north to the south, let's come together. I go. They say you're not there, we stand, if I there, we fight. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. Voila, you forget that. You from Lower Country, you from Maryland. Voila, you from Rewa Sessi. I'm a bad and we own your crib, I have up on the fine way. Nabila, I love Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia, oh yeah yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah yeah. Play for me and you, Liberia. Ooh yeah yeah. Ah ooh yeah yeah.
I was raised in the slum, but I chilled with my guns. Kept it on the low, but we fought for the bone. True son of the soil, I'm a prince in my own. Never gonna lie, me, I love LIB. Even though it's far, when we show we can face it. It's not a prophecy, I know that we can rise again. Holding my hand, I holding your own. United, we stand, divided, we fall. So that's what they say when I come with ball. When I chillin' on that side, and I get no bro. I got L to the O to the V and the E. If we fighting together, we can conquer this team. From the east to the west, then waving the flag from the north to the side. Yeah, that's joining the team. You go where you pella, you love my crown. Who kill it? Who got shown?
I love Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. Ah ooh yeah yeah. I love Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. Ah ooh yeah yeah.
Mama was born, yeah. Papa was born, yeah. They hold us together, the honey boy, yeah. Nabali na koya bake na papa bo. Nabali na koya bake na papa bo. Nabali pora po, na papa bo. Nabali pora po, na papa bo. La biro waka poma o. La biro waka ma o. Bangada no waka ma o. I know I feel
from the east to the west, north to the south, yeah, let's come together as one. They say united we stand, divided we fall. If we not celebrate, we do it for yeah. Voila, you from Grenada, you from Lower County, you from Maryland. Voila, you from Railway Station. I'm a bad way on young river. I'm up on the fine way. La villa, I love Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. Ah ooh yeah yeah. I love Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. Ah ooh yeah yeah. I love Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. Ah ooh yeah yeah. I love Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia, ooh yeah yeah. Ah ooh yeah yeah.
Master Square on the mix.
This is Open Conversation on ELBC Radio. Too bad we haven't seen our guest yet. We are not so sure whether we're going to do this conversation via the phone or something else. But I have somebody on the line. Let me talk to this caller, and then we'll tell you what we're going to do. Hello?
Yeah, good evening, TP.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, this is John Eskemaya. I'm calling you from Foya, Lofa County.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, TP, I want to tell the Unity Party people that they should go ahead and campaign. This is a campaign time. If they don't campaign now, when time comes, when election comes, and CDC win, nobody should come and say that they rigged the election, they cheated them. And the world is always saying that the Liberian people have decided. So you want to tell me that if you are not or Unity Party president, you are not a Liberian? The other people will be other political parties. So when they sit down and say the Liberian people have decided to carry GMB, the Liberian people have decided to carry GMB. So when you're not carrying GMB, then you are not a Liberian. So I will tell you that you should tell them, the United Party, the same way CDC is campaigning, let them go in the bushes like that, let them go all over like that and campaign. Because this is
so are you saying that Unity Party is not, you're calling us from Lofa County, Unity Party is not campaigning in Lofa County?
It's not campaigning like what CDC is doing.
Oh, CDC is campaigning in Lofa, and what is?
Of course, vigorously, from village to village, from town to town.
and what is Unity Party? Or they assume that, because they have a son in the race who is from Lofa County, so everybody from Lofa is going to vote for him, right?
Sure enough. And those days are over. They should remember that time is over.
Okay.
When Joe was a vice president, it was just one step to the presidency. This is the reason why most of us voted for him 2017. Now he's way behind. So they shouldn't sit down and say that, the same love we have for him that time, that we still get that same love. No. We're going to vote for whosoever that is coming on development in our county or in our country.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for being a part of the program.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna take a break, and after this break, I'll speak with.
Small from the east to the west, north to the south, let's come together as one. They say you're not there, we stand, if there we fight. If we not celebrate, we do it for you. Voila, you forget that. You from Lofa County, you from Maryland. Voila, you from Rewa Sess. I'm a bastard, we own your crib, I walk on the fine way. Tabila, Kriwako. I love Liberia, oh yeah. Free land on liberty, Liberia, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love Liberia, oh yeah. They play for me and you, Liberia.
And of course, this is Open Conversation on ELBC Radio, and we have the representative candidate of District Number 5 on the party of the Opposition Unity Party, Madam Priscilla Cooper, on the line. She should have been in studio. Ma'am, why aren't you here with us?
Titi, thank you for having me. I am so sorry. I got caught up in, my last engagement. I had 6 different engagements to attend to today. And, I just left the last one. I am so sorry, but I'm also, thankful that you can have me through the phone to have this conversation on the phone. I'm thankful. So thank you so much.
Okay, so I like to hear a woman talk about politics. It's good to have you this evening. Tell us, who is Madam Cooper? Your family background, your political background, your educational background. Let's know who you are, ma'am.
Madam Priscilla A. Cooper is a mother, a family-oriented person who believe in the equal welfare of everyone. A woman of integrity who stands for the truth. I am a candidate, the master's program at the University of Liberia, studying business administration. My first degree was earned from the Zion University College. And I'm the candidate on the Unity Party ticket for District Number 5, Montserrat County.
Great. What gave you that, zest to want to contest in these elections in District Number 5?
The welfare of the people, the lack of attitude of leadership in our district. If you know my district, you know the political landscape of my district, you will understand that the people will live in the business room. And so most of the women are single mothers. They dwell in petty trading to be able to take care of the family. My district, for over the past 12 years, has been run as a sole proprietorship.
What do you mean?
Everything that is in this district is for the incumbent. The district do not even have a palabra on. That's the least thing I can say. I might be making mistake or I stand to be corrected. I have not seen or heard our lawmaker coming to give account to the people. And so, if you have someone who's there and only cares for themselves, it's only right that people with vision for the district take charge, so that the people will be, they will take part in decision or take control of the district, take ownership of the district. The district does not belong to one person. It's for the people of district number 5 for Nigerians. And so when people entrust you with leadership, they want you to do it on the overall and not for selected few people, a group of people. They cut a curse to everybody.
Are you saying
and we
that?
have seen all of those. We have seen all of those things. This is the reason why we decided to step up to the plate and take charge, because we believe and we know we know what we stand for.
Great. Are you saying that the incumbent lawmaker only takes care of, or he caters for a selected few, or he hasn't done anything for the district? I want you to be specific.
When we talk about representation, those things that the people want, these are the things that you need to carry forth. So if the people tells you that we need school in the district, you see that the district, most women and single mothers, they are perpetrators who are striving for their children to go to school. So there's a need for a public school to be erected, or subsidies given to schools to help people, to help single mothers. But that has not been done.
You don't have a public school in district number 5?
The public school that is here, or the public schools that are here, are pre-war starters. They are even up the path. We got the PCS, we got the one in the Barris and the other one in Police Academy. But those schools were here before the war.
So are they not functional?
They are functional. They are functional, but how many students in those schools take? We're talking about things that will be done during your tenure.
So even though you have schools in the district, even though you have schools in the district, you expected that the incumbent lawmaker will make sure that you have additional schools, right?
Additional schools, quality education, make sure those schools, are up to standard.
When you say up to standard, what do you mean?
We have another one in the Barris. I think it's one classroom, one single, that you can partition this set up as blackboards.
And you think?
I wouldn't want my child to go there.
Okay.
If you want your child, what you want for your children, do it for the next person children. Especially when you are giving the authority or, charge for the responsibility to do so, or people entrust you to do so.
Okay, we will come to what you intend to do for the district. I hear you talk about, where you don't want your children to go. You will now you expect that other people's children should not go there. Also, fair enough. But as a lawmaker, also the place their children go to school is not the same place all the people in the district will go to school. There are, people who will send their children to private school and others will send their children to government school because of their earnings. Let me ask you this question. The incumbent lawmaker, Thomas Fala, this is his second term in that district, right?
Yes.
So if all of what you're saying is anything to go by, why do you keep electing one person twice when they haven't done anything for the district? Why do you think you in district number 5, continue to elect him?
Look, the variables have changed this time around. Whatever happened yesterday, apparently people were not told the truth.
Okay, the people of the district were not told the truth.
And tell the people the truth.
What is the truth?
Do not stand for what is given today. And the people say are convinced and are convicted to make the right change.
Why do you think they voted for Mr. Fala?
The lawmaker is not charged with the responsibility to make sure that your horse is okay. Make sure that person represents you to the fullest. if school needs to be erected in this district, they should advocate to make sure that the budget line item on the Ministry of Education is increased so that our public school will be erected. Not only the building, to make sure that it's full functional with qualified teachers.
Okay. So, so what are your plans for District Number 5 if elected?
We intend integrity is the key word in our country right now. And so we bring integrity to the table. We bring participatory leadership. We bring true representation, accountability, accessibility. If you are working for somebody, you have to account to them. The people will be our employer. And so we have to account to them. Those things that they want, that's what we're going to do. It's not our own agenda, but the people's agenda. That's why we will push.
So I still haven't heard what you intend. I know you say you come with integrity, you come with accountability, but your intention for the district, there must be, certain things your people in the district don't have, and they think and you believe that, you can make that possible. What are those things?
We all have whatever the people need. It's not even only unique to District Number 5. We see it in other districts. People need quality education, they need health care, they need empowerment. Security, fighting drug abuse. Those things will only be realized with someone with integrity who is able to deliver, to implement those things. The implementation of all of those things is the problem. This is why I say we come with integrity, and so all of those things I would say we do, we deliver them. Our 500 days, we're not going to sit to wait for budget, to wait for January. We get to work on the first day and start to lobby for our people. We will make sure that we lobby to get temporary structure around the district.
When you say temporary structures, what do you mean? What kind of temporary structures you're talking about?
We will lobby, we will go on. They have structures that can be built in one day.
What are you building those structures for?
Medical facilities to help our people. Our people will still, in doing that, you create jobs for our people of the district.
So let me stick with you a little bit. Let me stick with you a little bit on that one. You say you're going to build temporary structures where, as medical.
Sorry.
Okay. So I'm lost. When you say medical structures will be built, are you taking into consideration, who are going to operate those structures and how they're going to be paid? Where is all the funding coming from?
The people of the district will be the one who the job creation will be there for our people of the district. When we bring in those facilities, we will hire qualified medical practitioners.
From where?
From District Number 5.
Who's going to pay them?
We will put system in place. The people of the very district will pay them without realizing it.
How?
Because we know how to do it. We know how to do it.
Madam Cooper, it's easier said than done. What you're talking about is not something you can just, you can just say. I agree with you.
Yeah. Whatever I'm saying, I'm not just saying it. I have a whole plan in place.
So let's talk about the plan. You just said that the district is going to pay the medical people without knowing that they're the ones paying them. You were saying that you have a district where, the women there, are single mothers. They need money to send their children to school. majority of the people there. You talk about drug abuse. Now you're saying to us that you're going to build temporary structures, medical facilities where they're going to operate in your district. And I say, who's going to pay them? You say the people of the district. How are they going to pay them? How are you going to do that? Mm-hmm.
So, if you are a resident of District Number 5,
okay,
and we have a medical facility here, and we tell you that the only thing we want for you is to pay $100 every month. Every month. You can come by the hospital when you are ill, or a member of your family, or anybody within the confines of the district, and you be treated free. The only thing we require to sustain the nurses that are on call. So it's something that you can afford, or anybody can afford, $100 every month. If you are, if people give a count for every time that is given, it's something that anybody you can give easily. Especially when you walk into the facility and you are treated without giving no money, you'll be able to pay that $100. Whether you get sick for that month or not, but knowing fully well that somebody will be treated or life is being spared because of that $100 that you are paying.
So let me ask you this question. This $100, is it going to be paid by people who go to the hospital, or is it that every resident of the district is going to pay $100 every month?
I'm just giving you a practical example. So it doesn't mean that definitely this is the $100 we're going to pay, or this or whatever. I'm just giving you a practical example that we will charge absolutely nothing that anybody can afford, right? What we are going to it's going to be in every community. We stick with the people within the community. And how about this?
Do we have these structures in every community?
Absolutely.
How many communities do you have in district?
9 communities in District Number 5.
How many? 90, or 19?
19 communities.
Okay, so you will have 19 temporary structures.
19 temporary structures within the first 100 days.
So where are you going to get the money from to buy the drugs? Because they're paying absolutely nothing. Or what kind of drugs you'll be giving to them?
I am telling you that we have our way. We are connected. We will love it for our people. We will love it for our people. It's not mere bluff. We have already started. We will love it for our people. We'll make sure that whatever is entrusted in our care is given to the people.
Madam Cooper, I'm sorry to ask. Are you really serious about this?
I am serious, and I want you to have me on record for this. I want you to put me on record for this.
Who are your partners who are going to give you free, medication for your people?
I am telling you that we have our way. We have our people that will help us.
Do you think the district is going to just go by whatever you say and without giving them, the real, facts that, you were connected to this person and you believe that if you're given a chance, this is what you're going to do, but just say, we have our way.
Whatever I'm saying is the truth. The people say they should know me.
Okay, let's talk about what you've done in the district so far.
I'm not taking anything for anybody to go and buy. To say I'm taking money from you today to go and get these things that I'm talking about. I'm bringing them in.
What have you done in that district so far that you can point to?
We believe in human capacity building, in empowerment.
Okay.
That's all we have been doing for over 25 years. I've lived in this district since 1986. I've helped countless number of people to acquire education.
So what are some of the schools where those people who you have helped, what are some of the schools?
They are in the district, outside of the district. Remember, I never had any political ambition. And I was doing those things.
Approximately how many persons from your district have you helped? when it comes to
Goodness, it's
education?
been over 25 years. I won't be able to keep track. It's over 300, 400, 500 people.
What is the population of
When
your
it comes
district?
to job creation, it's like over 1,000 people in and outside of district number 5.
What is the population of your district?
We have over 45,000 registered voters in the district. We have over 75,000 residents of this district.
Okay. So when it comes to security, what are you going to do? Because I hear you, what you're going to do now when it comes to health care. What are you going to do when it comes to security?
What we can do is to make sure the police the security facility around here is equipped enough to function, and make sure the very young men in the district are clean and form part of security. We have been helping as a private person.
The young men are form part of security. What do you mean?
We have been helping the security apparatus in this district to function because we know how paramount security is in the country, in the district.
You said the young men in the district are going to form part of the security there. How are you going to do that?
Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, I didn't get that part.
You said the young men in your district are going to form part of the security in your district. How do you intend to do that?
If you know district number 5, you will know that we have far more ghettos here than schools. We intend to help those children, those young men, by getting clean, making sure that they acquire some skill training, make sure that they form part of the security apparatus because they know the district in and out, and keep them busy.
How are they going to form part of the security apparatus in your district is what I'm asking. They're not security people.
We would help them to get clean. When they are clean, we would recommend them for the security apparatus around here. We need young people. The army is there. The police is there.
Is that how it works?
You have to go through. Well, it's the same thing. So if this person is here, right, this young man, he wants to be clean and form part of society. He wants to be clean and be somebody to look up to in society or be useful to society. So if you are the one helping, if you stay in, like, you have to mentor him, take him to rehabilitation center, and he gets clean. He applies to the security apparatus, he goes through the registered training and all of that, and form part of it. Not just recommendation, and go through, we need in the system. So it's going to be the only thing we can do is to help mentor that person to go on to what they want to do. And a lot of them who tells me that we want to form part of the police, we want to work with the army, so we'll help them to realize that dream, to achieve that.
Do you have in mind any, bill that you're going to profile at the legislature where you to win the legislative seat of district number 5?
If
you're elected lawmaker, is there any bill you want to profile?
Like I said, I believe in empowerment, right? I believe in human capacity building. We are going to fight. We are going to lobby. We are going to introduce a bill that says no child should be left undone. No child should be left without being educated. No child should have to stay home because the mom or dad doesn't have money to pay his or her school fees. If a child, whenever you want to happen to your child, should happen to the next person. So we will make sure to introduce this free school for grade schools. And not only
free school for grade schools. What do you mean?
For grade schools, public schools. Right now they say it's free, right? But I'm telling you, As soon when you register, you pay for registration, you pay for handouts, you even pay for chalk. We don't want it to happen. And so in order to do that, we ensure that teachers are paid and paid on time. We make sure that the faculty and staff of every institution are well taken care of.
How are you going to do that? You sound like you're running to be president. That's how you sound. Because if you are a lawmaker,
we are going there to help. It's the same thing. You gotta make sure your overtime responsibility. Make sure that those things are done. The taxes are there. It should work for the people.
What would be the name of that bill?
We'll work on the name. I'm just telling you the details. We'll work on the details. We'll work on the name. But that's what it's going to include.
Okay. Do you have anything else that you have on mind that you want the people of your district to hear from you tonight before we go to the lines that I didn't ask you?
So basically, you cover everything. What we are saying to the people of District Number 5, make sure you go on to vote when you are convinced that this person can deliver adequately before you go on to vote. It's very, very paramount in these elections that you check people's background, know that they are up to the task, especially integrity should be the hallmark of that will inform your decision to support this person or not to support that next person. Please, it's important that we do so because all of us together will benefit when we have a good lawmaker or good representative. And we all will see, go through and see hassle and difficulties when we have a bad representative or bad lawmaker coming to, the leadership. So please make sure that you do what is right so that we all benefit from good leadership.
Okay, ma'am. Is this your first time contesting?
Yes, it is.
I applaud your courage. Thank you so much. Just keep listening. We're going to go to the lines now for a few minutes. Let's open up the lines and hear what people in your district make of what you've just said. Madam Priscilla Cooper is a representative candidate on the Unity Party ticket in District Number 5. We're going to open up the lines now for the next 5 minutes. You can call in from District Number 5 and tell us what you make of what she has just said. Let's take our very first caller. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Tiki. Good evening to your guests. This is E. Armstrong Bapu. I call from District 5, Mosowaro County, resident of the district candidate that you're talking with. Let me say thank you to her. Tiki, the same thing we went through just right behind the door just yesterday, 2020. My sister coming on saying that there's no quality education in this district, and I said not true because I had 5 students in the 2 public schools within the district. I had 3 to the junior high and I had 2 to the senior high. The girl who in the senior high, she came from a Christian school and she went to the vocal mission their own. The girl in the public school she was doing, I don't know, she was actually well, she was just passing. But when she went to the public school, she was really challenged because everything was straight to her. Because what the teaching ability the people have, because they have all the teachers, in those schools, they are at least a BSc student. But to the issue, let me ask her a question. You asked the lady what she has done and what she will do, or all the things. Even the bill she gave you does not have a name that I know that. But let me just forget about asking her question.
You have to learn
the people. Yeah, let me just advise the people of District 5 that I'm resident of. The same thing happened in 2020 when my own pastor brother Dylan King, he said he was alive. It's the same person that Dylan is supporting. They come in the same way. Now I'll be smart, and I believe. Let me just say this.
All right, Amsham, please. You can take all of the time, please. Let's hear you. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I listened to your to the representative as well for District 5. You know, when Christmas will be good, you will definitely eat. It's impossible for those things to be implemented. Nothing community, nothing cleanliness. the resource constraint attached to it, is she analyzing it? As a public administration, don't give me the full elements of public administration because I want to really see your so we can share table. If you're planning, you must plan within the limit of your resource directions. What is the income level of the district? For someone to say $100, you will support 9 clinics and 90 clinics. It's practically impossible. Because if you look at it, medication is very expensive. If you say you will build 19 clinics, how will you recruit nurses, doctors? I will cater to the people in the structure there as a cell phone booth. Even a cell phone booth, you have to put something there.
Okay, sir. Let's leave you at that.
It's not product. It's not applicable.
Okay,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening, man. How you doing, today?
Good.
Yes, James from District 4. But I just want to tell a studio girl that she keep courage, that she be strong. People will say a lot of things, but she shouldn't be deterred.
Okay.
But my question to her is, whether someone for a band, a ruling party candidate in our district, they telling like black people, telling District 5 people that the incumbent let the people down. I don't know how true they say. Maybe I want for you to clarify that. And moreover, one of the less of Thomas Father, why did you survive in our district? But don't give up, keep courage, be strong. Thank you.
Let's hear this other caller. 2 more callers and then we go back to our guests. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Please move away from the noise or else I will have to let you go. No, sorry. I'm sorry, sir. I can't keep you. The noise is way too much in your background. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening, Titi. How you coming on?
I'm good.
Fine, that's good. I want for you to ask the lady there who want to be representative for District 5. In the whole district, no college or university there built by C5, or in the district there's no clinic there. She has looked out to continue all the things that would be 19 district that she want to control. They answer the question.
Okay. She's listening. She will answer you. Let me take my final caller and then I go back to Madam Cooper. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you, Titi?
I'm good.
Yeah, my name is Edward Horton Lahar and I call you from district number 5.
Let's hear you.
Madam Cooper have an impact in this district that we are not going to allow to go unnoticed.
Okay.
Because far before she thought about running in this district, she organized an empowerment program that over 3,000 women benefited from. Today, a lot of them are in the market selling their soap and chloride that they were trained to make. And after the training, what she did was that she provided financial grant to a lot of the groupings in rural communities that benefited from the training. So Madam Cooper has been involved with the people of District number 5, and that is the reason why in their majority they have agreed to support
Are you in District number 5?
I'm a resident of the district.
So say we now, is it they?
Yeah, so we are all in a group. So yeah, so we all are in a group, and I want to say to you that it is a unanimous message that I'm sending on behalf of the people here in the numbers. We are going to vote Maracopo come October 10th to become the next representative of our district. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's hear this final caller. Madam Cooper, you can call us back so that you can respond to the calls after this call. Good evening.
Yeah, this is Sarah's professor of the district number 4. I just go to use district number 5, so I have to call.
Let's hear you.
I don't understand for discover. You see, and you see, we have me in my project, and you have me telling me that you need a carry and we have to say with you, every day, I'm sure you should do it. So I call my people at district number 5, shine your eye. I get all the
Thank you so much for being a part of the program. Let's see whether we can get a response from Madam Cooper, and then we will speak with Mr. Daniel Nux-Thomas. He's already in studio. We'll talk all about what's happening tomorrow from the CDC end. Madam Cooper, you listen to the callers.
Yes.
Madam Cooper?
So, yes, ma'am. So, yeah, most of them are concerned and they have trust issues, and I do not blame them. Because politicians come to say one thing, and when they are entrusted with power, it's a whole different ballgame. But what we can say to the people of District Number 5, failure is when you stop trying. Even if they are angry and do not go out to vote, a lawmaker will still be elected from the few that will go out to vote. So in order to make a change, you got to be part of decision making. You got to keep trying until the right people are elected. And so what happened yesterday, it doesn't mean it's going to happen today because one person did it. It doesn't mean the next person will do it. We have to keep trying. So I've never ran for office. What I'm trying to do is to help to fix the situation. So you can't blame me for fixing leadership. I wasn't entrusted. I've never had the opportunity to lead. And so what you can do is to do your own background check on the kind of person I am. Whether I would deliver the way I say I will. You should inform your decision afterwards to support me or not to support me. And I heard the other caller was concerned about or asked me if there's no school in the if the Cuban, didn't build a school here.
It's a university.
Or something.
University.
I don't know. So university is here, but it's private owned. It's not a public university. It's not a public university. So the university is for somebody. It's not for you. It's not for the district. You got to have money before you go there.
Okay, ma'am. Let's hear your parting comments in 1 minute.
I want to say thank you so much. It's an honor. It's a privilege to be on this platform. Thank you for affording me the opportunity. And to the people of District Number 5, please make sure you go up and vote for the right person. Whoever you think is convicted, you are convicted that will lead the right way. I know what I stand for. I know what I believe in. I know what I can do. But before you are convinced, do your background check on the kind of person you are in. And it should inform you. Whatever decision you make, it should be for the benefit of the people, for the benefit of your family, people of District Number 5. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you also for being a part of the program, Madam Priscilla Cooper. We wish you all the best as you go to elections on October 10.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Didi.
You're welcome. Madam Cooper is the representative candidate on the ticket of the former ruling Unity Party in District Number 5. And this evening, I also have with me in studio Mr. Daniel Nux-Thomas. We all know that the CDC tomorrow has declared Thursday an all-blue day. Daniel is from the We Are Intellectual movement, a member of the movement. Daniel Nux-Thomas, what are you guys up to? Should we stay home tomorrow? What mic are you on? 3?
Yes, 3.
Okay, good.
First of all, thank you.
It's on.
Thank you. I want to firstly say thank you for according me again the opportunity to be here at this very short notice. And it is a very it's a very, very important moment for all of us, members of the Coalition for Democratic Change, because what's going to be happening tomorrow is we're going to be having our official campaign launch. And as a matter of fact, this is a moment that is going to inform the Liberian people on exactly the essence of the presidency in the last 6 years. So as of now, since this morning, we've had massive engagements with our different auxiliaries all across the country. We are highly related as a team in Massachusetts County. We're working very hard. And the prospects are so high because even in communities where we never thought our people would come all out to be a part of the process in terms of getting campaign materials, expressing their interest to be a part of the process tomorrow, they've all come out. And what we're seeing now is a colorful prelude to what is going to be happening tomorrow.
What do you mean when you say what we're seeing now? What is happening now?
So if you live here now, Titi, and you make engagements in different communities around Masoura County, you see that people are out tonight. They're preparing themselves for tomorrow. You see that the transportation, the vehicle activities that are supposed to transport these people tomorrow are already being prepared.
Who provided?
So many very people. In fact, one of the unique things about the Coalition for Democratic Change is the fact that we have given the responsibilities to our auxiliaries. And these auxiliaries are responsible for the mobilization and movement of our different partisans, well-wishers and sympathizers in the different locales across our country. Since it is a Masoura-based activity, these auxiliaries has been working over the last week to ensure that tomorrow is a blessed and glorious one that is going to send a clear signal to all Liberians. So when I say that preparations have been made in the different districts and communities, I'm talking about those people that are already convinced that the president needs to be given the opportunity to run for the second time and win the elections.
Is this a big deal for, your people?
Well,
coming out tomorrow in numbers? Is it a big deal for the CDC?
Well, I wouldn't say it is a big deal, but it is an appreciating moment again because the history of the Congress for Democratic Change before becoming a Coalition for Democratic Change is the history of pulling people from all aspects of the country. And that's the reason why President George Weah has been named the human magnet. I think a lot of people know that name. It is because everywhere he goes, because of his history with the commonness of people that he deals with, people always follow. So tomorrow it's not more of a big deal to us, but it is a shocker again for many of our folks in the opposition that says that we usually pay for crowd. So apparently tomorrow, Masoura or the entire national budget is going to be broke. Because what you're going to see tomorrow, if we're paying for the crowd tomorrow, there'll be no money in the national budget. So
are you paying for the crowd tomorrow?
I said if we're paying according to what they say, because every time we pull out,
who are those people expected to be out tomorrow?
So like I said, there are different sects of people that makes up the Coalition of Democratic Change. So we have the partisans. The partisans are divided into different categories. The major category is the auxiliaries. These auxiliaries are the formative aspect of mobilization for the party. So they go all out in the different districts. They organize like-minded partisans. And then we have our well-wishers and sympathizers.
Are they coming out too?
Of course, they're coming out. They're coming out because some of them has made the analysis that over the last 6 years, I'm now a citizen, but I have seen President George Weah done A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. And all of these things that he's done that I've noted, I want to say thank you. I want to tell President Weah that, look, because of these itemized things you've done, I want to come out tomorrow to tell you I'm going to support you, despite the fact that I'm not a citizen. And we also have the reactions. These are people also who are not members of the party, but they believe in the philosophy and ideology of the president. Because one way or the other, he's impacted their lives in tremendous ways. And looking at the fact that the last 6 years, he's also made impacts in the lives of others, they've decided to be a part of the event tomorrow. Then we also have another group of Liberians, especially the first-time voters. Okay, the first-time voters are also going to be out in all of the numbers of colors tomorrow because they are also beneficiaries of some of the numerous good things the president has done. One, I'm not going to do a recitation on the free tuition at public university, the WIAC fees. I'm going to look at the fact that pundits have called the president many names. These names that reflect the very ordinary young brothers and sisters. They call him a Buga dancer. When in the first place, when songs were coming to the country, it is the young people that always channel these instruments of the different music that have been played. Because the president shares with them, they see themselves in him. Two, the president is a great sportsman in terms of his relational attributes to young people. Despite his presence in Liberia, he finds time to liaison with them, to football with them, to basketballs with them, to volleyballs with them, go in the community, go to the marketplaces, and they see him on a regular basis. He has been able to dissect the presidency in a way that a part of the presidency is with these ordinary young people. So aside from the fact that we post about what he's done in the educational sector, they have seen themselves in President Weah as their generational leader. And because of that, they too are going to be out tomorrow to celebrate with the president or our official campaign launch and inform the president that we are going to be giving you our vote as well because you are the mayor of our generation. Because the foundational aspect of this president in terms of leading them up to tomorrow clearly shows that if he's elected, by the time President Weah ends his 6 years, the kid who is 18 will be around 22 or 24 years old. And in the end, he is a new breed of generational leaders that are going to be building on where President Weah started. So it's going to be a whole different population of people with different ideas. And also we have the Liberians from diaspora. This is a unique case, Titi. We have brothers and sisters, almost 500 of them, that has come to Liberia just for launch tomorrow. And you know why? All of this number, Titi, maybe around 20% are citizens. The rest are here because they're here to say thank you for the president fighting and pushing for the dual citizenship bill that today has given them the opportunity to live in a foreign land at the same time, make investments in the country, own their investments as Liberians and not as aliens. So they are also here.
Is this something that sets the president apart from all of the other candidates?
Yes, it does. Because the first thing you must understand, a president's realization of the attributes of the ordinary people for which he was elected is important. And some of the things that President Weah has done, his leadership, innovation, didn't just touch our local politics in Liberia. It didn't just touch our local population. It touched even our brothers and our sisters in the diaspora. Imagine, let me remind you, when the president took office, one of his kind, he had a meeting of all Liberians in the diaspora at the party headquarters. I think it was around 2018, 2019. And they all came in numbers. They didn't expect this. And the president said, I am going to be a reflection of your appetite for growth and development. Just by the fact you're not here. What did he do? To add salt or to even add the season to the broth, the president developed the diaspora office at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that is being headed by Deputy Minister Kweba. It tells us that this president is not just focused on Liberians living in Liberia, but Liberians that lives outside Liberia. And because of that, they've come back to join the massive campaign launch tomorrow.
What do we expect to see tomorrow? If you were to put a number to, the amount of people we will see out there tomorrow, what will you say?
So most of our county has got more than maybe we're up to 2 million people. And we are looking at least not just ATS, but across most of our county, 1 million plus people.
1 million plus people.
Yes.
That is too much a number.
It's not
way too much.
It's not a strange number for us.
So ATS cannot take 1 million.
So that's why I said.
Are people going to be in different parts of Monrovia?
So very well. So thank you. So the way our campaign activities are structured, it is structured in a way that we are simultaneous in our engagements. So tomorrow you're going to be seeing a lot of people at the ATS. Similarly, tomorrow you're going to be seeing a lot of folks in their different districts that cannot make their way to ATS having their own different activities. I'll give you an example. So at the party headquarters tomorrow, we have a live widescreen that people are invited, those that cannot make their way, to have the event carried out live. So district candidates or district lawmakers that are running on the party's ticket are also urged to also organize for their people that may not be able to go at the different the location tomorrow to be in a district and also celebrate
live viewing or what? live viewing or celebrating?
Live viewing is also possible because the good thing about it, Titi, I've always mentioned the fact that technology has revolutionized the way we do things today. So live viewings are also necessary. It's important because we have a lot of live streamings that will be carrying the program tomorrow. So district organizers are putting up screens, the televisions or what have you, in specific places where the people can go to watch the event. But in as much as that, like today, I want to thank Rescue Mother Fenabono. She woke up this morning by 6 o'clock at the ELBC, and the party supplies, t-shirts, caps, and what have you, were seen distributed not just as auxiliaries, but to also key districts, residents that are going to be staying in different districts to celebrate the campaign launch tomorrow. So we don't expect everybody. What we expect around ATS, going to be over 200,000 people.
Are you prepared for this? Is the CDC prepared for this?
We have always
the crowd.
You know, one experience teaches you at the next level. So we've had several experiences with regards to handling the crowd. So the most recent one, the last one, was there at the party headquarters where we had this thank you march for the president. And it was at that march we realized that for the previous one, people were, were going off, as we in our library we say, fainting because of heat stroke and all of that. So preparations have been made to manage that, and also the national security has been working exceedingly hard in the last few days because it is the national responsibility to ensure that traffication, to ensure that peace and security, to ensure that the safety of those people that are going out there tomorrow is going to be guaranteed. So we have worked out all of these modalities and we're prepared to confront the activities of tomorrow.
Before I go to the lines, how prepared is His Excellency and the Vice President for this? They've been out campaigning for the last 2 weeks. Are they energized for tomorrow?
Energized is an understatement. The exuberance being expressed by both the president and the vice president cannot be understated. Mr. President is a man of great energy. He's one person who, at times, I kind of wonder how he does it. He goes out today from in the morning up to 11, 12 o'clock, and the next morning about 6, 7 o'clock, he's up hitting the road. The same thing with the vice president. What is even more impressive is the fact that First Lady Madam Claire is overly excited with regards to what's going to be happening tomorrow, because over the past time you've seen this is a unique portrayal of what the first family reflex Liberians are. So the first lady has been on all of the different meet and greet pre-campaign launch through with His Excellency President Dr. George Weah. Just like Vice President Joel Howard Taylor has also been along with family members. So the First Lady, the President, and the Vice President are all very, very exhilarated with regards to tomorrow. They're prepared.
Okay, so I'm going to open up the lines. Let's hear from you. How prepared are you for tomorrow's event? The line or the numbers to call 0880514-096. And let's hear from you, Seditians. How prepared are you? Please, 30 seconds to the line. Good evening.
Hello, Matthew. Yeah, good evening, Matthew. How are you doing?
Good.
This is Jim Shumbo from District 4.
Okay.
How are you doing? Thank you very much for your input.
Thank you, my brother.
I want to find out from you, sir. 2005, 2011, 2017, people printed their own T-shirt for CDC, including myself here. But while this go around, he mentioned a rescue mother. She's sharing care and face care. Then the next thing is the personal win. My prayer to the president, the little job will start. The road construction and start. I pray let him continue.
Okay.
I pray my prayer let him continue. Thank you, mother.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Cyrus, this
Good evening, buddy.
Yeah, my Miss Cyrus. So I want to tell you that this discussion, the prayer discussion of fact, prepare to want to tell her for the opportunity.
Thank you,
Cyrus. Let's hear you. Good evening.
Yeah, let me say good evening to Daniel there, Expansion Papu, the chairman for We Are One Round Victory.
Thank you.
So today you asked the question, how prepared are we Since today, I can assure Daniel, assure our president that tomorrow, or a few minutes from now, you will know that we are more than 199%, 199% prepared for that occasion tomorrow and re-election of President. But Mr. Daniel, I beg you, man, I need 3 t-shirts with 2 caps because I get 3%, I didn't get it. I will have 1,500, but I get 2%, I haven't getting it. So thank you.
Okay, I will be looking at that. Yeah. All right.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How you doing?
Let's hear you.
Thank you. My name is Emmanuel and I call you from Grand Gira County, to be specific, Tavara District Headquarters.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, I'm surprised. I said that His Excellency Dr. George Manuel is in Grand Gira County because the momentum is so high in the. So far, let me say thanks so much to the medical region of
but well, you're coming out tomorrow too?
Of course.
We are out. We are.
I told you.
Oh, you're already out?
Yeah, we are out. We are not waiting for tomorrow. We are out already.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much for being a part of the show. We can still take a few more callers before we come back to Daniel to wrap it up. 080-514-096. You can call that number and you'll be live on the show. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening today.
Good evening.
This is Thomas Andole and I go from a Banja community in district number 17.
You're coming too?
Oh, you know we are the crap pooler. We don't joke when it comes to.
Which district is a crap pooler now? They said district number 8. Now you're talking district number 17.
Titi, as I speak to you, right within the Pleasantville community, it's a huge crowd that is already prepared and prepared to take off the ball. So that is all the issue. The crowd pooling part, we will discuss it. The only thing I want to assure you is that within the stadium itself, there should be a way that even when you leave your district, there should be a specific gate.
That district representation?
Yeah, where a district is going all around the street.
Yeah.
Go to that stadium and make that stadium.
I really want to see how you'll do that one. Each district will have their space in the stadium.
Oh, yes. There will be seated there. So that we cannot be floating all over the street.
Okay. Daniel will speak to that. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Let me go good evening to the studio. Yeah, this is my I'm calling from position number 14. The Lofa.
I say you going to?
Why you talking? We will do after tomorrow and today we went for the contest. We go our teacher. If we don't have money, but tomorrow we will be other. You will see the momentum for us. But for today, they not go to work because of the program tomorrow. So tomorrow will be in Ulster with our normal at purpose. You will say again, they pay off $500. You don't care about because they are all people that they do not have an argument. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you also for being a part of the program. How does she refer to them? I haven't heard that word again. Maybe Daniel will tell me what that means. Hello.
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 Yes, hello. How are you?
You also tomorrow too?
Yeah, also I'm a good, right? I'm the right word there. Is there any other description for us? Yes, today you speaking with Kalasco.
Oh,
and I call you
Damaru.
They see what I ask you whether they answer tomorrow. Can you imagine that? Let's hear you, Sekou.
Yeah. I listened to Daniel, and Daniel, listen, thank you, and thank you to you and the rest of the other folks for the service to the country.
Thank you, Sekou.
Today I'm driving around. Since today I've been driving around. I've been moving and distributing T-shirts to people because I go places in community. And what surprised me most, I just drove around the Clarendon Bell. I see people, in line printing their shirts, their own shirts. The people post screen and people printing their own shirts, paying money. And it brought tears to my eyes because I know for a fact this started 2004 when George we have started to become the president of the country. Similar thing that I'm witnessing today, and what was happening in 2004. Even though with the myth that is being going around, say, oh yeah, the country this, the country this. But you see the excitement within the people. You see how people are overly reacting towards George Weah re-elections. And this is scary because to see the level of euphoria that is associated with George Weah re-elections is not something that we can easily imagine, especially within the first 2 years of this administration, with all of the lies that were orchestrated against George Weah, with all of the political maneuvering that was done against this regime. But at this stage, to see how people are so receptive in accepting the fact that they will vote, not only coming us out tomorrow, but they will overwhelmingly vote George Weah to make him the president of this country again. I think it should send a signal that, again, people have graduated from their propaganda. They are seeing reality today. The people witnessing the fact that people used to wake up 2 a.m., 4 a.m. to go at the University of Liberia campus to pull back there as a symbol of representation. People used to be all in the streets, children set. But today, parents today are free. Today, you see people are living in homes. People that were living in mothballs before they're living in homes. So the people are excited.
So, Sekou, let me ask you this question, Kalasco. You will see the president every day, and you're talking about, people still being in their little corners and still printing T-shirts for themselves just to come out tomorrow, to associate with the president because they believe in what the president is doing for them as citizens of this country. What does the president say when he sees his people out, and wanting to prove to him that they love him? What comes through his mind despite all of what the opposition is saying?
And the president, the president always says to me, I'm not a typical politician. And that's true. The president is not a typical politician. The president is a humanitarian,
Okay.
God has blessed so much and he's assumed the leadership of the country. So when the president goes, when he goes to places, when you see people gravitating towards him, the only thing he says to people around, he says, you see, these are the people that we are working for. And everybody that have been given opportunity to serve in George Weah administration, before you can even get your ticket, you are a living witness. He will say to you that you need to serve your people because this is not, it's abnormal to see how people, gravitate towards it. How people are so receptive, regardless of the challenges ahead, regardless of what we are facing as a country. Liberia is part of the global war. The war is faced with so much trouble.
Economic crisis,
but
yes.
But equally so, this president is doing everything possible to mitigate the long-standing problem we have had as a country. And so, yes, the president, he's touched. He's always touched in the way that people, come towards him, and it's again a symbol to him.
Does that shock him? Is he shocked when he sees, I know the last time, I don't remember the exact event, but the president is on record for crying when he sees the crowd, and he can't believe that, so many people would just gravitate towards him. Do we expect to see something like that tomorrow, given the enthusiasm of tomorrow's program?
Tomorrow, you can describe what you see tomorrow. You see a sea of people, and this is something that you can't easily describe. Today, even me that year, the president will always say, after some of these programs, he go back and reflect. Because today, if George Weah, if this president was not loved by the Liberian people, if this president was not doing well for the Liberian people, but now he's not president. Because there was so
so much venom against this president becoming president. There was so much lies orchestrated, even up to today. Imagine the former vice president, who we respect a lot, somebody that is still in leadership of this country, have the audacity to go on the podium and say this president is importing drugs in the country. That is the least statement you could expect from a former sitting vice president, a man that served as a vice president for this country for 12 years, and the president, his boss, who happened to be Ellen Joseph Sirleaf, used Joshua as the peace ambassador to maintain and secure the peace of this country. If that man unnecessary power greed could refer to Josh Weir as somebody that is importing drugs, you can.
Was the president shocked by that?
No, the president knows that Vice President Waka is a man that lacks the necessary character for a better leadership. Because anybody who believes in a better Liberia, anybody that has witnessed the progress that Josh Weir has made over the years, will never sit on a platform and refer to a George Weir as somebody that is bringing drugs. When Joseph Bata and other people were associated with the local defense force indoctrinating our children with drugs, it was George Weir that was being used to go to the Godrich Law Plantation and other places to disarm the child soldier. But this man today can go because of politics and refer to George Weir as a man that is bringing drugs. Then what else do we expect for a still vice president, a man who is so much extra responsibility to the extent where he's blaming his boss that gave him the authority to serve as the vice president for 12 years?
Okay, Sekou. Thank you so much. You couldn't have said it any better. We hope to have you someday and discuss all of these issues. Thank you so much. We wish you all the best. We hope to hear the battle cry from the president tomorrow again.
Definitely. You will hear that. And thank you, Daniel.
Sekou, I'll call you just after you, please.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so we're not taking calls anymore. We're already out of time. I will just come back to you to just wrap it up, and then we call it a quit. The way Sekou has already described what's going to happen tomorrow.
I told you today, even the callers told you that. We have to understand that the name George Weir is not just an ordinary Liberian name. This is a name that resonates globally. And I just want to first of all address the first caller's concern. In fact, the second caller that talked about it was asking the question, why aren't people printing their t-shirts now instead, or Rescue Mothers sharing t-shirts and all of that? This is a way of showing gratitude to our people for what they've done. 2005, we were in opposition. 2011, we were in opposition. 2017, we are at this moment incumbent. You know, the best we can do is to give back to our people. So the t-shirts and caps and jackets that are being distributed is out of the campaign's goodwill. But notwithstanding, even at the party headquarters today, there were typical citizens who had the printing stuff. They were printing t-shirts today. So we just mentioned that, even in Clarendon, other places. So the other brother who talked about whether they're going to be stationed in the different groups at the stadium. Mm-hmm. We know that is difficult, but we can just say that when our people get there, if you know you from a particular district, there should be a symbol or something that that distinguishes you, so that when one person gets lost, you can find that person. But I just want to conclude by saying that the president has made himself what he is today, and until President Weir leaves the presidency, there's no other politician in this 21st century, this transformational democracy that Liberia enjoys today, can withstand the tsunami that comes with the name George Weir. And they should accept it. Like Sekou said with Prakai. You put both people on the pedestal. If you put them on the scale, George Weir is like a very large, a gigantic rock that is being placed with a small piece of stone. So by the time you put it on the scale, the scale goes beyond the margins. So they should forget this thing.
Okay. Mr. Daniel Nix Thomas from the We Are Intellectual Movement, thank you so much for taking up your time to stay with us this evening on Open Conversation. And we wish you all the best tomorrow.
Yeah.
God willing, tomorrow we will be here with another edition of Open Conversation. Thank you so much for listening and thanks for viewing. Have a pleasant
from the east to the west, north to the south, let's come together as one.